Good news is the holidays are here. Bad news is that means so's the holiday travel season with all the lines, the hassles, the expense that seems to get worse every year. One big reason the cost keeps going up is airline fees. By the end of the year, the airlines will have collected $36 billion in fees added to the ticket prices. So how can you keep those fees and hassles to a minimum? CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg is here with some solutions. Good morning.
And good morning. So that'll be $5.
Yeah, that's basically how it goes.
Yeah.
This month, Spirit Airlines raised its fee for carry-on bags checked at the gate to $100, which is something most airlines do for free. Not only do I think that sounds outrageous from a passenger viewpoint, but you're just sort of the unlucky guy. If your carry-on doesn't fit on the plane, you're going to be the guy that has to pay $100.
And the reason why they're doing it is because they can. Here's the little-known secret about these fees. If you buy an airline ticket, in the old days, everything was bundled into the airline ticket. Maybe that was $400. Airline tickets are taxed at an unusually high rate by the federal government. Sometimes the taxes are actually more expensive than the fare itself. By breaking this out and just selling it to you as an a la carte fee, the airlines are only paying regular state sales tax, and as a result, they're saving so much more money that they normally would have to pay to the government. That's why they're doing it. Why is that? Well, because in some airlines right now, the cost of the food on the plane is actually more than the ticket because they have to pay less in taxes.
Well, this makes it almost impossible to shop around for a good ticket because you buy your ticket, you do your due diligence, and then when you go to the airport, you find that to get a seat that's not by the bathroom in the back, in the middle, you have to pay $30, $50, $75.
Actually, no, you don't. And here's the key. First of all, the whole idea is standby. Book the first flight of the day. And then even if you can't make that flight, you're in a much better position to fly standby at no extra charge for the rest of the day on that airline, as long as you're not changing your cities.
Right.
But the other thing is, you mentioned the seats. The premium seat sales that they're doing are a joke. Why? Because if you go to the website, the only seats that are available are in the back of the plane, as you say. Right. Airlines hold back 30% of their seats anyway. You just pick up the phone and call them. The other problem is they're selling premium seats. You know what their definition of a premium seat is? If it's closer to first class. That means seat 15E, a middle seat, the dreaded middle seat, is sold as a premium seat. Why? Because you can smell the cookies in first class, but you still can't have one. Why would you do that? Why?
That's a good point.
I'll pay anything for legroom, though. What about baggage fees, which is what we're all getting nailed on now? I mean,
well, there's some credit cards will allow you to get that first bag checked free if you use your credit card. But the other thing is the weight. Overweight fees. This gets me angry. Because if you go to the store and buy a pound of meat or some produce, there's a scale there that's inspected by the city. Right. Who's inspecting the scales at the airport? Who would you ever trust there? So look at this. Necessity being the mother of invention, your own basic travel scale retails for about $12. It's analog. You hook it on the handle of your bag, so you know before you ever leave home if it's under 50 pounds. And as you know, Cheryl, if it's 51 pounds, you're going to get hit for $25, $50, $75. Bring this with you to the airport. It's show and tell time.
But are you saying you know for a fact that those scales sometimes are heavy, adding a pound or two?
I know for a fact they haven't been calibrated in a long time.
They're probably not erring on the side of saving you money.
You just figured that one out. You got it.
You actually bring that with you to the airport?
Actually do, yeah. And then I buy fish.
What are the easiest travel fees to avoid if there's something simple we can do to kind of knock that off?
Well, that's the first one, the excess baggage fee, the standby fee, right? And the change fee, if you're going to buy standby the same day, you're not going to get nailed with that. That's the most important thing. Then the other thing is this. It's what you bring to the airport that counts. The TSA has now revealed a big new news bulletin for those people who want to, bring presents for their friends. Cakes and pies may be allowed now in your carry-on bag as long as they don't determine it as a liquid. So watch out for pecan pie. It's a gray area. And for those people who are collectors, you'll love this. Snow globes are finally being allowed.
Good.
You were waiting for this.
Oh, good.
Snow globes are being allowed in your carrying bag as long as they fit in that one-quart 311 bag with a Ziploc bag. I mean, it's so silly.
Okay. Peter Greenberg, thanks so much. Well, I actually do buy snow globes when I go places.
I'm going to be taking all my snow globes on the next trip.
I have made your day. Okay.